Hello. Thank you. I appreciate the follow. Okay. Hello, for those who are here. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. For those who are here, if you like what you see, please follow. I suggest you guys follow me on TikTok, on YouTube or Twitch. Link in bio. And yes, I stream to all platforms at the same time. I don't just stream to one place. Hello. Thank you for the follow. Okay. Alright, so... Hello. Can you mail? No, I'm not gonna do that. Okay, there we go. The links about here. XEPenE22, link in bio. It literally says my stuff. It's literally there. Link in the bio. Okay. Okay. Here. That's so freaking good. It's alright. We need to do a little better at this. And then look at the brass here. Like that. Okay. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to clean it up to make it look a lot more better. I put everything on one layer on purpose. So, yeah, I know. I already have the picture thing. Thanks for the follow. Guys, if you like what you see, please follow me on Twitch and YouTube. I don't even care if you try to follow me on the other platforms. Just follow me on Twitch and YouTube. Because TikTok's going to be gone anyway, so follow me on Twitch or YouTube. And for those who don't know, I am not streaming every day anymore. I will be making content again. I'm working on the game stuff. I'm working on drawmations. I'm working on tutorials to go back to basics and just focus on teaching through YouTube or YouTube Shorts or even TikTok. But if you want to follow me, if you want to learn how to draw and all that great stuff, it's kind of like an open jacket. You'll see. So if you want to learn, I will be making tutorials again. I will be making drawmations again. I will not be doing a bunch of artwork like that. I will be doing artwork for my clients if that's what's like what I'm doing right here. But if I'm not doing artwork, I'm making content. And I will not be streaming every day anymore. I don't think that works anymore. I think what needs to be focused on is making content. We need to make content. As in like tutorials, drawmations, maybe some game stuff, maybe edit my reactions instead of just slapping them up on YouTube and that's it. Okay, it's better than what I can draw. I don't even have an art tablet. I would always suggest to my students, for those who watch me, is to I would always practice more on traditional art. And when I say traditional, I'm not talking about going to like the store and getting a bunch of stupid like titanium paint and all that shit. Those more of aesthetics, if anything. For me, I would always just go traditional in the sense of a piece of paper and a pencil. When it comes to what do you call it? What do you call it? What do you call it? When it comes to just traditional technical skills, I would not focus all that extra stuff that's not needed. I think there's two things that most beginners need to master is their technical skills when it comes to literally drawing with lines, and the second thing is learning their color theory and applying that based on value and all that other stuff. Thank you for the sub, I appreciate it. I want to draw good like you as always. Don't worry, I'm going to be making tutorials again, so I'll give you guys my secrets in that sense. I'm going back to basics, so I think that's where it's at. I don't think that's usually what it is when people say I need to draw digital. It's not even, you're not even learning to draw, you're just learning to use the buttons and the, hold on, let me see. So let me see. Thank you. We're not even near done, but I'm just cleaning up and looking for the sketch to be as promising as possible. Now, what we're gonna do is we're going to flip. Yes, I have. I'm gonna flip. Okay. I'll make this like this. That. Flip. Okay. And we're going to fix this leg. Let me see, like, I can't do that now. I'm doing this is a video. You can go check my video. It's actually pretty funny. Yes, usually it is. Okay, clean that up. Close that off. Okay, yay. What app are you using to draw? Clip Studio Paint. Link in bio or in the, what do you call it? The description. Oh, YouTube. Well, you can always, anyone can get good at drawing. It's just practice. That's usually what it is, but a lot of people think you have to be like born to draw. It's usually a lie. Okay, and then very funny. Oop. Yeah. It's all about gravity, 9 times out of 10. You have to make sure the gravity's on par when you're doing anything, when drawing clothing, depending on the clothing texture, the type of clothing you're trying to convey to the audience. You have to keep that in check. So you have to make sure on that. I gotta fix this leg. It's a little bit too weird. Okay. That leg here is a little bit too wonky. Pull it in. Put it about there. Okay. I usually when I'm drawing the body. Oh no, you guys can't hear it. I turned that down. It's in my ear, but I can hear you guys. Let me see. Let me see. I'll put it back on in a bit, but just not right now. Yeah. When drawing the torso or just drawing anything, I usually use the molding method, but if I don't know how to draw something, but if I do know how to draw it, I usually just use the line of action to make my character keep my character in check. I use like the line of action. That's usually something I'm going to actually show that in a YouTube video in the future. I need this app. Hi, I don't know if you recognize me, but I'm alternate. Oh, hey, alternate, what's going on? Billy the Kid. Okay. What's going on, bro? Now, let me flip. Flip. Okay, looking pretty good. Oops. Okay. So the hand is a little bit like this, and the hand's about here. Yeah. Finally. I don't really use the bean too much. I don't usually use the bean method too much. Well, it is a tad tricky, but with enough practice, you can. I'm doing well. I'm doing okay. Okay, let me see here. Let's see. All right, and then okay, the head. Make the handle like this. All right, now the only thing we need to fix is the legs. The legs actually needs to be okay. That's good. Oh, and for those who are wondering, yes, I have a Discord, link in bio. But if you guys want to support, please follow me on YouTube or Twitch. I really appreciate it if you did. I've just been a lot busy lately. It's all right. What app? Cliff Studio Paint. Okay. Now, erase this. Fix this leg. Okay, like that. Now we're going to fix the other leg, but we're going to clean up this one real quick. You don't want it to be so weird. Nope, no, that was a bad idea. Okay. Maybe if I, okay, so. Okay. That can be adjusted. It's all about the legs, connecting to the legs. Okay. Yeah, some form of jacket, but we'll get to that part later. 3D paint. I just busy. Be right back. You mean Cliff Studio Paint? Thank you for the follow. I do appreciate it, guys. If you like what you see, if you enjoy what you see, and you like to learn, become a student on YouTube or Twitch. Follow me on Twitch. I stream to Twitch and YouTube at the same time, not just TikTok alone. It's time to... Okay. Okay. Can let me see. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it, guys. What does it put here? Okay, pretty good. Now what we're gonna do, before you know what, before you can do anything, let's flip this, see how it looks. Okay. So what I'll do is, oh, she looks she's tilting. There we go. There we go. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is turn her down, and then I'm gonna go here. Okay. like this. Okay. And then I'll do. Now, I want to not make this look so stiff. So what I'll do is like that. It has to be like. Oops, you don't want that. Okay. Okay, do your thing. Let's see here. Actually, we're gonna make this a little bit more here and then here. I'm gonna do it like that. Because the problem is that people are trying to make them look straight. That's their problem. The problem is not. So the problem is that they make the leg straight, which they're supposed to. But the issue is that they make the whole leg straight, meaning the outline. They make the outline look so straight to the point it doesn't look like legs anymore. See, the direction is where it's going, but you have to give it some curves to give it that realistic look, or at least believable, like these are legs. That's where a lot of people mess up. So when they focus too much of trying to make it look straight, that it ends up looking too robotic. It's a lot like when I mention gestures to people, when I'm teaching gestures to students. The issue is that they make the direction, they make the overall direction the problem. When you're supposed to get the direction correct, and then once you have the direction, then you make it a little more loose. That's the point. This is why I don't. It depends on the weight on the leg based on which leg is being. See, the thing is, when you're standing, you're usually standing. Thank you, but like when you're standing, the issue is that a lot of you don't know this, but you're not. Depending on the overall situation, if you're just like kind of chilling with your friends and stuff, you're not really standing completely on 2 feet. You're standing on 1 foot a little harder than the other one. So what I mean by this is, the leg that is more looser is the one that doesn't look as straight. So like yeah, but that's usually where a lot of people don't realize. So when you're drawing a character or you're doing a reference, you can look at the legs and usually tell which leg is the strongest leg. Not because it's the strongest leg, it's the current longest leg in the moment. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not about if the leg is stronger, like overall. It's just like it's like this. If you're trying to, say you're trying to balance on one leg, obviously the leg that is standing is the strongest leg, even if it's not balanced correctly. It's the leg that is not getting the most balance, is the most loosest. So it's kind of like common sense to a certain degree. You start realizing that, you're like, oh, I get it now, what he's trying to say. It's not that hard to like kind of establish that. It's only hard when you can't visualize it in your head completely, but once you put it in practice, it becomes much easier to like really understand. At first, when I tell this to students, they get kind of confused by what I mean, especially when the character's like standing. But it's quite simple most cases. It's like what can I use an example? Let's see here. I gotta think of an example. Can't think of one right now. Too busy listening to what I was listening to. No reactions today. Let's see. Alright, so we get that here. Okay, like that. Okay. I don't like, okay, number one thing I don't like doing when I'm doing a sketch, like I hate doing is like I'm using the same like lines, like same size lines. If you use the same size lines, it's gonna look really like amateurish. But since we're not doing the line art, it doesn't really matter. It just has to make sure it conveys what it's trying to do. There's something called line hierarchy that a lot of people kind of like ignore, but needs to learn if they want to understand how to use line art correctly. So what line hierarchy is basically the line that is thickest is usually the line that you use for outlining or overlapping. The line that is the thinnest is usually for details. So that's something to keep in mind. Let's see here. Okay, like that. I'm back. Hi, hey Robert. I just downloaded. Let's see here. Thank you. Guys, if you like what you see, please follow me on YouTube or Twitch. That's it. YouTube or Twitch. Follow me on YouTube or Twitch. If you like what you see, just to let you know, if you follow me on YouTube or Twitch, you'll be able to see my VTubing model. You get to actually see me use my VTubing model, unlike Twitch, if you're curious to see that. Okay, like that. I understand. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna flip this real quick. Clean this up a little bit. Okay. Oops. Now we need to make sure. Okay, so I kind of messed up here. Okay. Actually, this is not supposed to be, the jacket's not supposed to be like that, but I will fix it. I will fix that. I promise you. Because that was not supposed to be there in the first place. Oh. I understand. Okay. Like that. Okay. Like that. And then like that. There you go. How long have you been drawing and sketching? I've been doing it since I was little, but I've been drawing since I was 6, but I didn't take this job seriously till I was like 23, 24. I think it was 23, 24. I gotta look at that. I guess so. That. I can change it to whatever you want in a second. Let me just get the overall idea and then I can apply it. Because when I'm doing something like this, I'm not really worried about what it is. I'm just trying to get the overall idea out first. Because like the one thing a lot of people focus on is too much on detail. You gotta look at the big picture. Always start big, then go all the way to small. You never start small and all the way to big. A lot of people make that mistake. Okay. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Oh, okay. How long have you been? Okay. Okay. So, okay. The breast is gotta be about here. Okay. Mm. It depends on the piece itself. I can't tell you when something's gonna be good, if it's gonna be something complicated. How long it's gonna take if it's gonna be complicated. Especially if I'm doing a V2ing model. I wouldn't practice anime anatomy, but if that's what you're into, try to be as realistic as possible. I usually tell my students if you're gonna draw anime and that's something you really want to do, I don't discourage them to go draw realism, because I know that could be somewhat of a dream killer for some. So I would always recommend them to draw as realistically as possible. So because if you give them the option to at least walk that line, more of a suggestion, they'll most likely go down that road. So just telling them you must draw realistically. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't. I'm just saying that I think that's the best way to get them to go down that route than just telling outright. Because usually people don't want to draw. Because a lot of people get into drawing is not because of they want to draw like the next Picasso. They usually want to draw the next Goku, the next Ichigo Kurosaki, the next Yusuke Urameshi, the next whatever, the next Luffy. You know what I'm saying? Most of them come in here because of anime majority of the time. Not all, but majority of them do come from the idea that I want to draw anime, I want to draw and do animation, or they do want to do cartoons. Don't really care for anime, but you know. So, and usually what plagues them is that the issue comes from the art style syndrome, which I'm working on a video to talk about that very thing. Whereas I think the art style syndrome or the art style conundrum or complex is an issue for usually most beginners. I think they obsess over the idea of looking, because the focus for most beginners is being as unique as possible, because everyone thinks they're special and everyone's creative. So because of that, yeah, they keep mentioning their art styles, and usually Professionals don't have to mention art styles half the time. They never ever truly do half the time. They keep that shit to themselves because like an art style, for those of you who know, it's like a art style is kind of like for my Bleach fans, it's kind of like, or like my Jujutsu Kaisen fans, um it's kind of like a Bankai or like a domain expansion. You know what I'm saying? The reason how you have those things is based on hard work, technical skills, know-how, and knowing how to apply concepts to make it work for you. Now, not every shoe fits all. I get that. Yeah, it's something I'm gonna be doing a video on. I will get flack for it, but it's whatever. But I think the issue that a lot of beginners jump on is that they try to be as unique as possible, and nothing's wrong with that. It's perfectly fine to be unique and stand out. But like the problem is that if you can't draw technical things like basic things, you can't draw that thing you really want to draw. It's gonna look wonky. It's not gonna look as great as you think it will. You only think it look great because you're only at a level where you're just competent enough to draw something to look like what it's supposed to. But it's not at the level where you want it to be, right? So what you should do as a beginner, I would say to anyone, because I'm a somewhat professional, what you need to do is you need to focus you need to focus on your technical skills and how to apply concepts so you can really stand out from the crowd. So when I say concepts, I'm talking about your gestures, your forms, your no, actually in this, your shapes, your forms, your gestures, your perspectives, your balance, your perception based on your perspective, but like perception, your compositions. You need to learn color theory. I think when you're done learning technical skills, when people say technical skills, they're talking about your physical hands and like doing the lines, 9 times out of 10. Now when they're talking about concepts, when I say concepts, I'm talking about like little tricks, tips and tricks that you can apply to situations to help you achieve what you need to get to. Usually when I say this, I'm referring to like color theory. A lot of people skip color theory, and I understand. I did the same thing. I'm no one special. I did the same damn thing, and I wish I didn't do that at the beginning of this career. And a lot of professionals will tell you this. A lot of them would either tell you if they were to do this all over again, they said, I think what they will work on mainly, and I think someone did this on YouTube. I think it was Prokopinko. He was asking professionals like from Ross Draws, Sam Draws, who else? I think Keaton Lafferty, and asked them, if you were to do this over again, what would you do? They said technical skills. It was always technical skills. And when they see technical skills, they're talking like anatomy understanding, gesture drawing, it's that type of stuff. It's usually the basics that they're referring to, not talking about some outlandish, very super advanced thing. It's usually just something as simple as learning how to draw simply. The point of the point of a art style, ironically, is not how complicated your art style is. The point of an art style is simplifying it in a way that you can understand it. That's the point of an art style. And the reason why people like Horikoshi, let's use from My Hero Academia, is because he practices every single day. He practices every day. That's why you can look at his sketches without any colors whatsoever and appreciate what he does because he practiced technical skills. I'm 29. I'm 29 years old. So yeah. It's all about technical skills. So that's what that is. You have to apply those technical skills. And a lot of beginners use the "it's my art style" as a response to avoid criticism or avoid practicing, because they'll say this in like as a shield and as a sword at the same time. to avoid any form of criticism, because like if a student comes to me and say, hey teach, look at my artwork, how do you think? And I said, okay, it looks good, but this needs to be fixed, this needs to be fixed, you need to work on this, you need to work on this. And then they'll respond with, but that's not how my art style is though. I'm like, you shouldn't be worrying about something as shitty as that. To be honest, to tell any of you right now, if you're a beginner and you're focusing on art style, you are wasting your time and you're putting a literal ball and chain on your leg for no reason. And it won't get better. It will get worse if you ignore it. Ignore the art style conundrum, complex. Ignore it and focus on how to draw something. Do not worry about how it looks, like it has to look super stylized. You're wasting your time. I was on that same boat. Don't pretend like I just figured everything out. I was on the same boat. I just came to a Jesus moment and realized I need to work on my technical skills. I don't need to know. I don't need to sit here and try to prove to myself or even others that my art style is so different from everyone else. Yuck. No, I don't need to. I just need to know if I can draw something. So when someone says, "Can you draw a hand?" that should be your focus. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. Learn how to draw hands. How long does it take you to draw hands? Is it a difficult thing? If it's difficult, then you don't have an art style yet. Well, you may be able to draw one particular thing. I'm not gonna say you can. Maybe you can draw eyes really well. But if you can't draw a head, a neck, a body that connects to that, then you're just really good at drawing eyes. That's it. That's not an art style. Well, you can make an art style of eyes only. It's possible with enough understanding, but that just comes from basically practice. It comes back to the same thing. Practice, 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 practice. That's all it's about. Hey, what's up, bro? So yeah, so for anyone who's listening, if you want to improve, yeah, but you have to apply it. Nothing. I don't think there's anything called a bad reference. I think it's just bad interpretation. What I mean by this is like, okay, so like you can get like a picture of a girl doing a ballerina thing. I think that's a perfect example of something. But if you're not really paying attention to what she's doing and the placements and the angles and stuff like that, it doesn't matter how good the reference is. If you can't apply your understanding of direction, composition, or overall just how to construct based on forms, you're going to have a hard time. But then again, if you apply your knowledge based on 2D form, then you can apply the 3D form. These are building blocks, right? For you to learn how to do forms, you need to know how to do shapes, because forms don't exist without shapes. So like for instance, if I make a circle, right? And then it's just a 2D circle, right? But if I want to make this 3D, all I have to do is go around with a circle, with a ellipse line. Now it looks more 3D than it was before. So that gives it that 3D form look. Because when people say the word form, for those who don't know, the term form means 3D. That's literally at its basis. That's literally at its most essence. When people say your shapes are off, they're talking about the 2D overall shape, the circle itself. When people say your form's off, that means your 3D contouring is off. You need to fix the contouring around the shape. So if I take like a random shape, right? If I take a random shape, like say I'm not gonna make it into a shape that you know. Just say if I made this like this, right? If I want to make this 3D, I have to respect the idea of the shape and give it angles based on the ellipse lines that's being applied right here, and then make sure that it doesn't conflict too much with the overall 2D shape. Okay, so it's like that. It's a ridiculous looking shape, but it's 3D nonetheless now because of these lines. That's what that is. Okay, and then when you're like drawing a character, you put 2D form, but what drawing when you're doing like the gesture of a character, what you need to apply is the idea of looseness. A lot of people, this is why a lot of people say, why does my drawing look great but my line art look like shit? Well, there's two things that's happening. That's usually what's plaguing you. Number one, you didn't flip the canvas. Let's just call it for what it is. You need to flip the canvas. You must check your canvas. You're checking the balance. You're checking the balance of your character so they don't look like they're tipping over. That's one. And then two, the sketch looks like it looks great because it's loose, but it's loose, yet it's not constructed well because you didn't flip your canvas. And because you didn't flip your canvas, the drawing looks weird. And also, there's a third one, which I mentioned earlier. They ever rarely do because no one wants to flip the canvas. I understand. No one wants to flip the canvas because, well, it shows, it exposes them for like, oh shit, it doesn't look good on this end. The reason why you must flip the canvas is to make sure it's mirrored on both ends. It doesn't look wonky on one end, because what happens is, why this happens is when you're on one angle for like an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, even 30 minutes, it's going to look good to you because you're constructing it and you have this carpal vision, carpal vision, carpal tunnel vision, sorry, tunnel vision. So it looks good to you because you was working on it, so you know how it's constructed. But once you flip it, it exposes how wonky everything is. From the eye placement, from the nose placement, the mouth placement, everything looks off and wonky as hell. And that's not your fault. That doesn't make you less like a shitty artist. It makes you a shitty artist when you don't put the effort to fix it. But it's not a shitty artist because it looks wonky. That's normal to happen. A bunch of professionals do it all the time. You might watch some like some professionals, if you're watching those speed paints, you see it flip kind of fast, or it may not even flip at all, because sometimes it depends on the program. Like Clip Studio Paint, it doesn't really show a lot of flipping, ever rarely, unless you're doing it so frequently to the point that it can't resist. It's usually just skipping through everything because it only records once you start drawing. It doesn't record the whole thing when you're using the feature of the time-lapse feature, for those who don't know. So once I put my stylus on the page, that's when it's recording. Once I literally lift off my stylus, that's when it stops. So it's not unnecessarily recording everything, wastes and taking up space. Excuse me. Hi, hey, hi, miss, hi, mice, I think it's hi, mice. I think I'm saying that right. I'm not totally sure. But yeah. Let me see. Okay. So if you guys like my explanations or my artwork or whatever the case may be, maybe even me, follow me on YouTube and Twitch. Just YouTube and Twitch. You don't have to follow me on Kick or Trovo or not shit. Just literally follow me on those platforms. I will be making new content on YouTube and TikTok, on YouTube Shorts, explaining these very concepts in a more constructed way for everyone to understand. So if you want to get better at drawing and you want the golden goose of information, I will give it to you once everything is constructed and edited. The glove method is actually quite easy. If you have the fingers constructed and it looks good, then applying the lines on the side of the fingers or even the hand itself will work because the hands are constructed correctly. It won't work if the hands are not constructed. It's like kind of like the egg before the chicken or chicken before the egg type thing or response. So no, it's like, no, wrong word. It's like you're putting the carriage in front of the horse. If the horse is in front of the carriage, which is the hand is constructed well, then the carriage comes behind. No, it doesn't matter what direction it goes. It's more of like the hands are constructed, and then once the hands are constructed, that you can apply the ellipse lines on the side of the fingers to the hands to apply to indicate that they're wearing a what do you call it, a glove. So if that makes sense. Hello, Luna. How are you, hon? Hope you're doing well. Yes. If you guys have if you guys have any more advice, you have to become part of the subscription base, the subscription, the TikTok subscribers, and also put your question there, and I'll personally answer your question if you become a subscriber. When I say subscribe, I'm not talking about YouTube. I'm talking about literally, like, paying. But I would say to anyone. Let me see here. Hold on. Something's not right. I think I made a... oh, I know. Never mind. Alright, there we go. Love the work. Thank you. Okay. Okay, like this. Like that. Actually, this shouldn't be puffed out because she's not wearing a dress. She's wearing a jacket. Yeah. It's more of a jacket that I see. It's a heavy jacket outside and there's a jacket underneath. So I have to open it in a bit. But I just need to get the overall idea out first. Okay. 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 Let's see here. Okay. Okay. And then the leg and the finger goes up. Okay. Okay. And then okay, and then the finger. Okay. The hand looks kind of ridiculous. Please bear with me. I will fix it. Let me... Actually, this part has to be smaller. Okay. Okay, later. If you haven't, can you use Ibis Paint? So I don't have it. I never used it. I have never used Iblis Paint or Photoshop to do my artwork. Not once. I only use Photoshop to make my thumbnails, and that was back in the day. I don't even use Photoshop anymore. I use Canva. Okay. No. You have, that's a commission. I don't do free requests. I do not do free requests. That's a commission. I stopped doing that a long time ago. Why would you use NS Paint? NS Paint? I've heard that thing has ruined so many people's lives and have been a big cause of carpal tunnel to a certain degree. Love the work you inspire me to start drawing again. Thank you. No problem. I'm back. Welcome back, Robert. Let me see. Okay. 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 Oh, wait, did she say something earlier? Alright, back up. Alright, besides being sick. Hello, spinners. Mm. Okay, I'm back. I'll draw the Mona Lisa. I draw the Mona Lisa. Cool. Okay. Put the hand there. Clip Studio Paint. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Clip Studio Paint, link in bio. The link's in the bio. All my stuff says literally my stuff. I even fixed my link tree. I just fixed it and cleaned it up yesterday. So it's not a big hullabaloo of stuff. It's going pretty well. Been really busy. Doing all these commissions. So I have hardly any time for myself. But since I'm not streaming every day anymore, I'm getting more time to get stuff done. Thank God. Okay. Do you enjoy the process of making commissions? Yes, because I'm getting paid for my work. Okay. I have no idea. I have never. I know. I kind of thought that shit was kind of dumb to a certain degree, but I understand why people buy them. First, it feels like it gives them a form of status, and then a second, it stops from the oils on this screen. I guess messing up your screen, but how oily as a person are you? But then again, that might be like a person by person basis. So if you're a very oily person, then I guess that's more for them. And no, that's not an attack on anyone who wants a drawing glove. If you want a drawing glove, fine. It's not that makes you a terrible person or something. It's just my opinion. Makes sense. Okay. I have no idea how people can draw in a screen. On a screen, I mean. It's kind of weird because if you're so used to getting grip from the pencil, it's gonna feel weird when you move over to uh, when you move over to digital, but you'll eventually get around to it. See, the trick on draw on screen is to use your pinky. Thank you, I appreciate it. Well, you use your pinky as your stopping for your keeping things more grounded. If you try to draw it like this, you're not gonna get enough grip, and you're going to make mistakes. Or you can try, but that just depends on the person, to be honest. But I wouldn't do that. Okay, now this is where the problem comes in, this big gap. I don't want that, so I'm going to erase most of that. I think if I... Okay, there you go. That's... that was supposed to be an exclamation point. The elbow, you mean? No. No. Hmm. Okay. 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 Now the finger here looks a little weird, so I'm gonna fix that. Oh, the thumb I'm talking about. It looks too long. Okay. Don't like this arm. It looks too sausagey, so we're going to fix that real quick. For those who are wondering or watching, become a student. Either become a student or become a free student by following me on YouTube or Twitch. I will be making new content very soon. Pretty much this month. Whether it be tutorials or in case of on how to draw and work on technical skills. And this time I will explain. I won't just say I'm drawing. So I might make even some new YouTube videos per se. Like that. Okay. Okay. There we go. Okay. Now let's see. Okay. Okay, I'm back. Okay. Let's flip this. Okay. Now the legs. Okay, and then we'll put down here. Shit. Okay. Oh shit, I made that too. That's crazy. Yeah. Makes sense. Yeah, it is. That's insane. I wonder why. Okay. Okay, there for now. We can go back to the feet in a little bit. The legs are there. Okay. Clean this. Oop. Oh, that. Oh. Okay, there we go. No, leave it alone. Just leave it alone. We can come back to it later. All right, so like this. All right, and then erase this part. It's not like the last jacket from the last one. Okay, so it goes, I think, straight down. Okay, like that. Okay. Doesn't look all that presentable. Erase this completely, and then we'll zoom in. And then put this here. Okay. 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 Now the neck. Actually, that's wrong. So right here. Okay. There we go. All right. Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. And now what you do is clean up here. Now, let me go to this hand real quick because it looks really like funny looking. Here. What brush are you using? I'm using a crayon, yes. Oops. Okay. Okay, the problem. Oh, I see the issue. So the finger still look like a sausage. 1, 2, 3. That part there. There you go. Okay. And make sure that this becomes part of that. It usually is. It's just because I think what plagues a lot of people when drawing hands is that the issue comes from width and contouring. I think that's where the problem kind of stems from. Like that. There you go. All right. Okay, so that's taken care of. Like that. So, wait, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. You can only draw knuckle indents if it's showing. It depends on the angle. It usually depends on the angle. You can put them, but sometimes it may look really off if it's not angled correctly. Like this. Usually it just takes one bump, not several, but it depends. It really just depends, 9 times out of 10. Okay. Like that and like that. Let me grab this part. Yeah, there we go. I like that instead. The key of drawing hands, I think, in my opinion, is not to make them look soft. Don't make them look soft. Make them look as robotic as possible, outline-wise, because they'll look more believable. Believe it or not, but that's based on the outline, not the gesture. Okay. And then right here, I don't want that so wide. Okay. I'll fix that in post. So like this. Just like that. If you draw them more robotic-like, ironically, it will work. See how every time I make a line, I make a new line? It feels more believable in this sense. 1, 2, 3. It feels like a hand. I'm not trying to draw it as organic, which is very awkward to know because it kind of goes against all the things I've said. But hands are a very complex body part, in my opinion. It's pretty complex. I don't know why this works, but it works somehow. But I'm not saying it might work for me, but it may not work for you. Maybe you just can't grasp it for the way I'm saying it or the way I'm doing it. And that's fine. But it may be another way for you to understand it. Okay, like that. There we go. I don't think that bump should be there, but you know, it's kind of funny that they never remastered Sly Cooper yet. Isn't that weird? Like Spiral and Crash has been either remastered or got new games. I'm just now noticing that right now. Which is also strange because Sly Cooper was supposed to get a movie or something. Thank you. That's what I do. Thank you. You know. Okay. Kind of weird. All right, I think that's good. We have, this hand still needs a little work, but it's okay. Before I go to that point, let's fix the actual jacket now. The jacket was supposed to be opened. What was the jacket supposed to be again? Sometimes starts with a C. Okay. Cardigan? A cardigan jacket? I think she said cardigan jacket. Oh. Okay. All right, how can I make that work? Okay, listen. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, so it could be. Okay. Okay. Hey, Barker, what's going on? Okay. Okay. There you go. All right. Are you good? Yeah, I'm pretty good. What about you? How's life going? Oh my god. Hmm. No, that'll make her look. I don't know. That's right. Why? Okay. Hello, what's going on? That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Okay. No. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it very much so. He's a little guy. He's a cute little guy. Trust me, he makes me look good. Okay, so this is where it should not be that puffed up. Okay, and now that. Okay. 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 All right. Let me see. Actually, no. I don't even have to show this part. I already used it. Yeah. Okay. I'm trying. I don't mind listening to Smash JT, but I don't like that stupid outro he has. I'm sorry. I really do not like that outro. Uh-oh. This is not gonna end well. Uh-oh. No. Okay. Oh God. Oh my God. This man. Oh no. Uh-oh. Oh Jesus Christ. Oh my God. I wish you guys could hear what I'm hearing, but I can't. What the fuck? This is amazing. I love it. Oh my God. Okay. What? Okay. said 18 more years and then we are free. What the fuck? Damn. Shit. Oh shit. That's crazy. Bro, I would pay $40-something for one piece of art. If you want a commission, you can just go to the link tree and look at what you want to buy. If you want to buy, can't speak today. It's literally in the link tree. You can just look and it says TikTok gift commission. So you send a gift based on the commission that's on the menu. Oh man, this video will not go out. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm not saying it's not true. I'm just saying that it's gotta be hard to. All right, so let's go. So go to the link tree. It's literally there. It says TikTok GIF, whatchamacallit, I forgot what it's called, GIF something. And you click it, it'll open, and it'll just literally show you the menu, and they'll put the prices next to them. Oh, Jesus. What you're witnessing is a commission. I'm doing this for a client. Okay. I'm keeping still somewhat sick. Kind of makes sense. Oops, his head looks weird. What the fuck? Okay. Wait, you are laughing too hard. I think you need to chill. Nope, you're not watching what I'm listening to, so that's why. Let me see here. It was, but I was not going to do a reaction today. No reactions today. Okay. What the hell is that? Okay. Oregano. I believe it. Yes. Hi, what's going on? Oh, these people talk is always talking around it. Why? What? Friend? What? Are you live on Discord? I'm not live on Discord, but you can follow me on Discord if you like. That's up to you. What? What kind of question is this? What? The fuck? What the hell? What the hell? What the fuck? This is so weird. What the fuck? Bro. It's kind of confusing because you are background, so like because you're saying things. Well, actually, I'm not showing the screen. If you guys want to come over here and hear the react, you know what? Fuck it. Do you guys want to do a reaction? Come over here. Fuck. Come on YouTube, because since people are so damn nosy when they want to hear what I'm saying, come over here. Come over here on YouTube. If you don't, stay where you are and don't listen. Shit. Okay. Fine. Fine. Since you guys are so damn nosy, let me see. Okay. How am I gonna do this? Okay. So let me grab this. Grab this real quick. This is wild. I don't know what to make out of this. I was gonna avoid this type of video, but I guess it was just too enticing to listen to. Like, I tend to do better when I'm not entertaining. I do better when I'm just listening and just working. I think that's virtually for anyone, but since you guys really want to know, come over here. I'm not even gonna say what it is. You gotta come over here. The hell? Oh. Because I technically can't say. I can, but I can't. It's not something I would do a reaction to normally. For those who know my content, I don't even think I'm gonna make this into a video because I really don't want to like bring something like this to my work. Okay, there we go. No, you're probably on YouTube Shorts. So, or wait, no. Let me see. All right. So, where is the fuck? Where's the background? You know, if I kind of got this done sooner, I would have probably go straight playing Cult of the Lamb or something. But it is what it is. Where's the fucking... Okay. God, I gotta just stop. I should get rid of all this stuff, honestly. It's just a waste of my time. I keep constantly have to keep doing this. Here we go. So, for those who don't know, what we're about to watch is something that I wouldn't normally would watch, because either I don't care or it's kind of beaten to death. But given that I had nothing else to listen to, because there was no Kyle or anything, I was just bored. So this is from Cindy Watson, for those who know who she is. I don't really have to mention who she is, but she's a pretty good content creator. This says the victimization of Justin Bieber. Like, I don't care for celebrities and stuff, but I had nothing to listen to while I was working, so I just put in anything, and that came up, and it was kind of funny how I was hearing, but it's not funny based on context. It's funny on it's based on context, but it's not funny on subject matter. So let's put it that way. So if you guys want to listen to this, I don't know if I'm going to make this into a video, because it's not something I'll normally react to. It's not really my thing, but if I'll think about it, because this is not something I would want on my channel to be talked about, because it doesn't concern me. It doesn't concern, like, the animation industry, the anime industry, the entertainment industry. Well, it does, but that's more celebrity-based music, singing, blah, blah, blah. So let's see where this goes. So I'm going to play this. For those who are listening, come over here on YouTube. YouTube horizontal, not shorts, because you guys tend to confuse the two. Type in my name, search or whatever, or go to the link tree, and you'll see the one with no thumbnail is the one that I'm using my my VTubing model. So let's go. They are really dumb names. You shouldn't have that many names. Why do they call it that? Why? Not the freak offs. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know why they name it that. It makes it sound much more worse than it is. Or like it sounds it actually sounds incredibly stupid. I know what it is, but like it feels like that's what it is, but I feel like it's not at the same time. It feels like something completely something completely heinous, but it's not what you think it is at the same time. It's a weird term. Why don't you just call it for what it is? bro, bro, that the timing on that. He's gonna hang out with Diddy for 48 hours. And then the commercial comes and hey, we get some beef sticks. You can't make this shit up. Why? 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 I didn't want to make this. I might make this in a video after. Where's my water? Bro, that is inappropriate as shit. That's not funny. Do not laugh at this. If you laugh at this, you're going to hell. I'm already going to hell, so I'm just warning you. What? That shit was wild. Bro, you're choking on water. It was too damn perfect. God, it upsets me so much. No, you're not selling me something. I'm sorry, Cindy. Hi, I'm new to the channel. Hello, Jennifer. What brings you to the stream today? I am an artist and I like art while watching people do art. Oh, no, makes sense. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're having an awesome day. You too. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Sorry, we're doing a reaction. So are we doing reactions while I work? If you want to see the reaction, come over here on YouTube horizontal. But if you don't care for that, you can stay where you are. No pressure. Your voice sounds so weird, YouTube, since I am watching both on my phone. Oh, well, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, that's a bad omen. Hey Emma, what's up M&Ms? What's going on, hon? How you been? How's your soccer thing going? Yes, we need parenting licenses. I've been, bro. You too. Okay, okay. So then at this point now, we can actually say if a child star or child singer or whatever occupation their lucrative career is, if they're acting out insane like Amanda Bynes to like Orlando Brown and who else? What's her name? Lindsay Lohan. Uh-oh, she probably broke her macaqueness. That's a thing. Um, Hopefully she can walk or at least move her leg. It is a painful thing. She probably, yeah, broke her macaqueness. That's a thing. Not even trying to be funny, even though the word is funny. I think that happened to my dad. He broke his macaqueness once. Um, so like it's a tailbone thing. Well, it's only more better than it was before. Anyway, so the point is like we should now come to the conclusion whenever you see these child stars or these young people go crazy and acting out like they normally wouldn't, that probably is a telling sign that they're being abused by either parent, manager, whoever the hell. It doesn't matter. Like any type of adult that has custody of them or around them. Yeah, she probably broke her macaqueness. It is a funny word. I don't know why they named it that, but it is a term. It's very weird. So because it goes right after when on YouTube, like it's. Oh, you're talking. Oh, you're talking about that voice. Oh, you're talking about the speak to text. Okay, I think that's what you're referring to. I don't think you're referring to me. It changes depending on what what do you call it? Thing. What do you call it? I forgot what it's called. Um, but yeah, I think we have to come to the conclusion now that whenever these child stars are acting crazy or acting out beyond unusually like crazy, it's because they're being somewhat abused or being used or they're under the influence because of some adult who is not looking out for them, or a case may be because they have terrible influences that's around them or people who are supposed to take care of them and they're you know using them. Okay. Um um I just like doing character designs. That's it. Ultimately just character designs and see if I can do it. It's not really anything in particular. From monsters, weapons, just characters. I'm not good at doing backgrounds, obviously, because you'd never see me draw backgrounds like that, but I should. Yeah, that's weird. These people are weird, yo. Holly weird. That is weird. Why? This is something I did not want to bring up, but people were so wanting to know what I was listening to. I was not going to do a reaction today. But it was inevitable because myself made it too interesting. Sorry about this, Em. But we are just listening to Cindy Watson. I don't care. Talk about the Diddler. Not because I want to. It was just something that played in my ear when I was working. You know when you have like YouTube playing and it's just playing in the background? So I just went to anything. So I had first it was just a demon in my ear and the typical anti-woke stuff, and then it somehow popped up to this. I was not even paying attention. You know when you're just working, you're in the zone, you really don't want to like break that flow. And then it was kind of happening, and I was listening now, and I started laughing because of what she was saying. And then after that, I gotta see if I'll probably go watch later. Okay, later. Thank you, Angel. Angel. Hope to see you again. So I end up laughing, and then everyone wanted to know what the hell I was listening to. So here we are. Now I don't know if I'm still gonna make this in a video, but we will see. But okay. Trust me, bro. What? Okay, I heard this part, but I didn't hear that last part. That part. I didn't hear that part before. This is where the point where you guys kind of kept on asking me what I was listening to when I was laughing. Now I didn't hear that part. That part is weird. Why the fuck? I swear they wouldn't have done this if this was a young girl. I bet you it was a bunch of dudes asking these same questions on live TV or on TV. Where this, remember, this is not live TV. This is recorded and posted. I mean, recorded and put on the air after the fact. This wasn't live and they were just asking weird questions. This was already live and knew what these questions was about. It was not like they was just off the dome doing stuff like you're watching a Twitch stream. They was doing this and recorded, written, and produced everything already before you even sat on that chair. Yeah, that's not cool. Imagine if this was a bunch of dudes asking a young pop female these questions. My God, this would not end well. Their careers will be over. That's crazy. I think they're asking because they know they can get away with it. I think that's what it is. It's because they know they'll get away with it. I think that's what that is. Imagine if he was asking this of a like again. Imagine if this I forgot his name. This dude with the mic. Imagine he was asking a female this and asking them to smell their shirt or their head or something. It would not go. It will not bode well for him. It will not bode well for him. You know when you know what it is. You know how I look at celebrities now in Hollywood. I kind of look at them like I'm sorry for my pressure. What I do for my anime studies is I focus on my anatomy on real things, like be as realistically as possible. I usually tell people if you're trying to do anime and get into drawing, try to draw as realistically as possible. Because I know when I tell them go draw realism, it's not gonna go bode well. They're not gonna listen or they don't want to. So I would say draw realistically as possible. So example of this is like Cowboy Bebop. It's stylized, but it's trying to be as realistic as possible. So think of any anime that feels more realistic in their anatomy drawings or their stylizations compared to like something like Shaman King, if you know what that is, or Panty and Stocking. Panty and Stocking, Shaman King. If you think of any anime that is super stylized, I'm not referring to those. I'm talking about those who are more close to like realism. Like I'll say like a little bit more Gundam, like like no G Gundam, like Gundam Wing or like Cowboy Bebop, like what's another? I can't think of one. But that's what I would do. I would try to look at real people and try to draw them as real as possible. Sun Can Rock. Sun Can Rock. Let me see. Sun Can Rock. So I would do that. Practice that and see where you go from there, and see how realistic you can really pull it off, based on your stylizations. So back to what I was saying. So the point, the point I'm getting at is the way I look at celebrities now. I kind of look at them like what do you call them? Hold on. Let me look it up real quick. I don't want to say it wrong. I look at them as I kind of look at the celebrities like celestial dragons from One Piece. They just do not care, and they usually get away with a lot of bullshit. Not saying that they're completely immune to problems, but like, or getting in trouble. But 9 times out of 10, that's how I look at them. Yeah, it's realistic but stylized. Um, that's why I would at least get more students to at least go down that route to draw a little more realistically. If you give it to them more of a suggestion, the more likely they'll do it. But yeah, I look at them like celestial dragons from One Piece. I know it's kind of ridiculous to say something like this, but like just put it into context. These people really do not give a shit, and I think. All right, Larry M. Thank you for coming. Appreciate it. I think they really don't care, and they get away with a lot of bullshit. 9 times out of 10, and it's not a race thing, and it's not like even a gender thing, because if you've seen throughout the years, people used to say, "Oh, evil white men X, Y, and Z do all these evil things like what Diddy has done," but there's a lot of people of color who have done this very thing, right? And gender, like there's people or like women and people of color have done things like this, something similar, not on the same scale, but something similar or just as worse, and either they get a slap on the wrist or they completely lose their careers. There's a lot of people who have like said and done evil and crazy things or got caught for doing crazy things and lost their whole careers over it because they felt immune. It didn't matter if they're of what political aisle they were, or what gender they were, or even color. It didn't matter. These celebrities all know each other. They all know. They all are cut from a particular cloth that they know each other. Even when they say they hate each other, they still work with each other in some form to get clout, to make money, to do this, to do that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, even when, like, say rappers who say they don't like each other, it's very rare they ever like actually meet up. They just make disses, right? That's it. And they make money off those disses. For all I know, sometimes those things are pretty much fabricated in some form. Remember with the whole diss between Soulja Boy and, was it Chris Brown? See how that died within like 2 weeks? That shit was like, it blew up like for like 1 month and died off within 2 weeks. Like, it was wild. And you never hear about it ever again. Same thing with Drake and Chris Brown, I guess, when they was fighting over Rihanna, I think. And then that just died off. And then now they started making music together again. Like, bro, all these people know each other. At most of the time, these shits are fabricated 90% of the time. Because they have people, PR people, who tell them. If you watch The Boys, that's a perfect example of that. Like, if you ever watch the show The Boys, if you see how they market the superheroes the way they do, it's exactly how they market these celebrities. It's wild. So, like, it's kind of wild in that sense. So that's why they get away with this stuff, because they know that they believe that young boys don't have the same value of young girls, of their privacy or their time. They just think young boys just want to, all day, and they don't care about themselves. They just say whatever. But that's not the case. There's a lot of young boys who don't want people knowing about their situations, or know their who they're into, who they're not into, whether they're on the straight or narrow, or whatever case may be, whether they're straight or gay. They don't want to people know that, because that's their private business. You know what I'm saying? It's not cool. You remember that? You remember that? And it was in a dark room for some odd reason. And then for some odd reason within that beef, he went to the South and he tried to get hugs from people, and people was not fucking with it's still funny up to this day. The most weirdest thing I ever. That was a weird beef. One of the strangest beef I ever seen. I don't know what to make out of that. That's still funny. And then after that, Soldier Boy went off making fake Nintendo Chinese games or something, like a fake Nintendo. Super Nintendo. He was trying to make his own console, and the Chinese was not having it, or Nintendo. He said, "Hit me up, bro." He said, "Hit me up, bro." It's Soldier. Hit me up. Like, what the fuck? Wow. Wow. Imagine if a dude said that. Any dude. It doesn't matter. It was like from Will Smith to Will Ferrell. It doesn't matter. It was Pharrell. It doesn't. Why did I pick all the Pharrells? All the Wills. That's weird. It doesn't matter if it was like The Rock. It doesn't matter. If any dude said that on record, on TV, and said and did what he did. You know what I'm saying? Like, remember that clip of what's his name? Jim Carrey, who was not too happy with his friend. I think it was James Cameron. Cameron? When she was being, I guess, somewhat harassed by some other actor. I forgot his name. So he took it upon himself to go up there on stage and make him feel uncomfortable, like he made her feel uncomfortable, and everyone gave Jim Carrey like props and they gave him like accolades and everything for standing up for her and stuff. But if anyone were to do that for Beaver, everyone would say, "Oh, it's not a big deal." What, bro? What the hell? What the hell? Why? So when it happens to a male, it's okay. He doesn't get justice. He doesn't even be called brave. None of that stuff. Especially if he's a straight one. He just gotta take it. He likes it. He's just kidding. That's why. Oh shit. That's wild, bro. I don't know what to make out of that. That's crazy. Wow. No. No. I do not believe that. I why would he say this, but he'll say his mom is there. His mom is right there. When did he have time to do this? Please tell me. Bullshit. I call bullshit. No. You're not gonna play that weird game. He did not do such things. His mom is there. And they're asking him from his mom. You think he's gonna try flirt with his mom next? Hell no. Like, no. Right. What the hell? Bro. Yes. What the hell? No, they're not. What the hell? This is weird. Bro, how would you feel you had your nieces going through this? You would be pissed. You would hate this. Like, what the hell? These people are weird. Imagine that was like your kid or something. And people are trying to justify it. Now, they can do what they please. No, bro. No, no. Because weirdos like you exist. That's the problem. What the hell? That's crazy. Yes. Oh, that song. I just realized what song that was. That's his voice? Wow, what the fuck happened to his voice? I'm not one to speak. I don't have no deep voice myself. Fucking sound like a pubescent 12-year-old, but Jesus Christ, for a 29-year-old, but Jesus Christ. Kind of sound like he's on that, Steve-O type voice. It's like, it's weird. It's like, maybe it's from all the drugs. I don't know. It's weird. Drugs do that. It tends to alter things about yourself, so it could be that. Send what? The video? Because I answered your question on that. You're talking about. That's his voice? It must be the drugs. It has to be the drugs. There's no way he sounds like this. Or he's just upset. That's probably what it is. Maybe that's what it is. And maybe the mix of the drugs. But, like, I don't think he sounds like this on a normal basis. There's no way. He didn't sound like this even when he was younger. He sounded quite young and to himself. But, like, it must be the drugs. Oh. I'm going to send them all three. That's why I didn't send it yet. If you're talking about the artwork, I'm sending all three at once. No problem. It sounds very weird. He has that Steve-O-like voice, but then again, Steve-O was doing crazy drugs back in his day too, and a lot of it. I mean, a fucking lot of it. It was surprised that he survived the whole Jackass era Wild Boys thing, because I remember they said back in the day he would do a bunch of fucking narcotics. It was crazy. So like it's that's crazy. And remember, he didn't have Justin Bieber money. He had Jackass and Wild Boys money. And probably skateboard money. But, like, that's not on the same level as, like, a Justin Bieber money. So. That's very specific. I don't know if is that a thing? Is that a thing? I don't know if that's a thing. Is that a thing? I don't know if that's a thing. It sounds like a thing. I don't think that's a thing. Sound like it could be. But if it is, I'm so uninformed. Bro, I hate this. I fucking hate this when family members would do shit like this, bro. They will do stupid shit like this. Like, it would be a stupid uncle that you don't really fuck with like that because you're older now. You don't talk to them like that. And you only talk to them at family gatherings and shit. And then it's like, oh, you acting all different. You don't talk to me. I'm like, I'm fucking growing up. What the hell? What do you want me to do? Talk to you about what? You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is stupid. That shit is dumb. I hated when adults did this. It'll be some family member, like an aunt or a fucking uncle. It's like, I think girls can actually relate to this. It's like those dudes who you used to hang out with, but you don't hang out with anymore because he probably ugly to you now, and he'll ask, "Where's my hug? You don't hug me. Give me my hug. Where's my hug at?" And the girl feels obligated to hug him now because he's asking, and they put you on the spot. Yes, they'll do that stupid shit. Like, and then they'll say, I used to do your diapers when you was a baby. I'm like, great, motherfucker. That's a great unfortunate event for you. For me, I don't remember and I don't want to know that. So even if you used to know me as a baby, I don't know you. And I'm grown as hell. Get the fuck out of my face. Like, what the hell? I hate it when they did that. And they'll make you feel bad for not knowing or getting to know them. You are a lonely individual to be doing that to a child. They do not want to fuck with you because a kid is doing their kid shit. Leave them the fuck alone. What the hell? I'll never do that to my nieces and nephews. Or I will never say, you don't talk to me anymore. Why don't you ever call up? Why don't you call me? Because they're growing the hell up and want to be with their friends or whatever the fuck they're doing, what kids do these days. What the hell? What conversation do I need to have with this grown-ass individual? What the fuck? Get out of my face. Shit. I don't care if you're my uncle or aunt. Fuck out of here. And grandma, too, sometimes. That's a little bit wavery. That's a little bit wavery when it comes to grandparents because they actually do genuinely want to know their grandchildren. But when it comes to aunts and uncles, they should be doing their own aunts and uncles fucking thing. Whenever it aligns with your nieces and nephews, that should only happen in situations of like family gatherings or like say like family gatherings, special events, special holiday time, or a case may be, or even if it's not a holiday thing or a special event, if they're just coming by from the house just to say hi, cool. But don't come over here and talk to this kid as if they have to have a conversation with you. No kid is obligated to talk to you just because we're related by blood. That's bullshit. I don't know you. I don't care for you because I'm doing my own damn thing. Trying to figure out this life just like you did. Imagine, and then they'll do the same thing that they didn't like happen to them. That's wild. And it's annoying as shit. I will never do that to my nieces and nephews. If they come up to me and say, Uncle Artextric, how are you? Or X, Y, and Z, I'm like, hey, bud. Hey, princess, how are you doing? Make small talk and let them go the fuck on. You shouldn't be holding a whole conversation that long. There's nothing this kid knows that you don't already know. Like, come on. It's just not that serious. Let them be kids. No. But, like, let them be kids. Like, shit. Like, keep it really basic. How are you? How's school? You doing well? You're making friends? Da-da-da-da. Simple shit. If they ask you anything beyond that, that's on them, and it's your obligation as an adult who cares about them to answer that question if it's appropriate. If it's something that goes beyond your pay grade as a aunt or uncle, that's when you say, I don't know, champ, or I don't know, princess, maybe you should talk to your daddy or your mom about that. That's above my pay grade as your uncle. How about that? You see? You keep it, you know what I'm saying? It's not that hard. Just tell them, hey, that's only you have to talk to your parents. That's not my jurisdiction. I'm sorry, I can't answer that. Sorry. But, hey, if you have any trouble, I'll let your mom and dad know, or something like that, well, if you need help. Boom! That's it! Nothing more. Shit, that shit's crazy. Wow. For those who don't know what I'm talking about or wondering what I'm ranting about, come over here on YouTube Shorts. We're talking about the whole diddler coming after Justin Bieber. It's kind of funny, but yet it's sad. I'm not saying it's funny what's going on with Justin. That's not cool. And the way the industry treats him as a male, they wouldn't treat him the same as if he was a female, the way they treated him when he was young. If you want to hear this, if you don't care for this, so, you know, just stay where you are. You don't have to come here. We're just doing a reaction. It might become a video. Not sure. Still debating on that because I usually focus on video games, animation, or anything that has to do with art or anything video game related or anything that has to do with just anime. But this is something I didn't want to talk about, but it ended up being that way because of curiosity of what I was listening to. I was not even going to do a reaction today, but you guys got me into it. So, mischief. Honestly, what is he doing with this kid? That has to be 48 hours. What is it? Are you teaching him to make music? That's what if that's what I'm hearing. If I'm not saying that's what happened, I'm just saying that's what should be happening. If your manager or your I don't say supervisor, I don't even call it that. Your manager's supervisor, I guess, because I guess Diddy managed Usher and Usher manages Beaver, so it's like your super manager. I guess, but like if he's like your super manager, kind of, sort of, really, not really, shouldn't he be teaching you how to like do more, like how to market yourself, try to teach you how to make music, how to make more effective music that really falls for the times, or teach him like if things are changing, this is how you adapt to your audience. That makes sense. But when you say we're going out to do stuff, bro, that sounds weird. I don't like that. I don't like the fact that you're just gonna do stuff for the 15-year-old boy. You should be, if he's a superstar, you should teach him how to make some money. You should teach him how to sing better, how to market to his audience. That makes more sense. But when you say things like that, that sounds fucking weird. How does that make sense? Where's your parents? Why would these parents let these kids? That doesn't make any sense, yo. Why would these parents allow their children to be lip? Oh my god, bro. Oh, is that his voice? Okay, I'm under the impression that she put some type of voice filter over these things so she doesn't get copyrighted on the. I think that's what she did, because there's no way these people are sounding like this. There's no way that Usher sounds like this. And I heard Usher before. That's not how he sounds like. So she probably put a filter on this because that sounds weird as hell. It sounds very nasally. Wow. Wow. He's a liar. Yeah, that sounds weird. Eating itself. I'm sorry, she comes off extremely disgruntled, but I don't think whatever she's saying is lying. I don't think she has nothing to lose, to be honest. Usually, these women in these Hollywood situations don't. Yeah, with the quickness, I'm telling you, I don't think she's lying. She comes off extremely disgruntled. I'm not gonna lie, but then again, I don't think she's lying at all. I think she's telling the truth of all the things she's mentioned, kind of like what happened with Cat Williams. But I don't know. Grain of salt, yes. Yeah, she really comes off as extremely disgruntled. Like, I can't tell if what she's saying is just she's saying it for the camera, or I can't tell if she's saying it because it's true. But I don't think she has any reason to lie at the same time. Because she's right. I think she's kind of excommunicated out of the Hollywood industry. Because she has mentioned a lot of people. Hey, I think she has mentioned a lot of people before. So, like, if she says anything about Justin Bieber, I believe what she's saying is gonna be somewhat true. Maybe a bit fabricated, but I believe it is true. But she does come off as disgruntled. Hun, if you want to come and watch the reaction, we're talking about the Justin Bieber victimization thing. So if you want to come over here and hear this, you can. Uh-oh. Wait. Are you serious? Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh. Bro. She's not lying. He's at a lower level than he is. And I don't know if he was sitting or not, but bro. And he turned pretty fast, but I don't know. What do you think, Bri? What do you think, champ? I want Bri's opinion on this. What do you think, bro? I don't know, man. Oh, poor Beaver. That is I don't know what to make out of that. I don't know what to make out of that. So, like, this is crazy. Okay. Okay. Bro. Bro. He was really low down there. What's going on down there? Oh, shit. As the it really does. It really truly does. You can't take this shit serious to a certain degree. Like you have to take it serious. It's not funny. But Jesus Christ, man. Why they call? You know what? We gotta stop calling him that. I'm sorry. We gotta stop calling him the diddler. I know it's funny and I get it, but like we gotta stop calling him that. It doesn't. It makes it sound like it's not as serious as it should be. Because if this was any situation with like Harvey Weinstein, y'all will not. Well, y'all probably still will make memes, but you won't call him the diddler or something. You would just make a lot of memes, or you would just make a lot of conspiracy theories. That's it. But for some odd reason, when it comes to this situation, y'all call him the diddler like it's like she said, it's like a Batman villain. It's fucking funny, but it's disgusting. What is wrong with you people? Jesus Christ. This is why you don't put your kids in these positions. This is why you don't try to get your kids to be famous at a very young age. You get them to be famous in their like late 20s or something. No, early 20s. Early yeah, in their 20s or so. I think that makes more sense. It just no. Yeah, it sounds like a joke. It literally sounds like a joke. I get it. I get the joke. I think it's funny too. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to be like a like hello. I'm not trying to be like a, a like a nagging Nancy, but like come on. You know. Jeez. Mhm. Uh huh. Uh huh. A little bit. Hmm. I blame the parents. I blame the parents. I blame the parents. Like, okay, I understand that these people claim they was here to protect him, but the number one people who are supposed to look out for you is your family, especially your parents, your mom, your dad, and who the hell is your guardian. I blame them. I don't even blame even Usher at this point. Like, I blame Usher. Don't get me wrong. I'm not excusing his bullshit that he put this boy in this position. But ultimately, for him to live with Usher, because I think that's what happened. For him to live with Usher, his mom had to sign away some form of rights for this boy to be over there with this grown man that she doesn't even know. Right? Nah. I blame the parents. To a certain degree. Oh, no, to a high degree. And I also blame the people who were supposed to take care of him, who claimed and who was supposed to look after him almost as much as the parents. Almost. But remember, these people are trying to make money. So no matter how much you may hate them, your parents are supposed to, or your family are supposed to be the ones that looks out for you, even if they're not being compensated. It's kind of goes without saying in most cases, right? But the fact that this happened, and the fact we're learning about this now is decades late now. Or the parents knew. Remember, he was doing a lot of drugs. It's not like you can't hide it. He was in the tabloids all the time. Back in like the late 2010s, I think. Yeah, I think late 2010s. So, what does that tell you? So. This is why I would always go down an EDM route if you want to be famous. An EDM route can be I think the best thing you can do, because if you're the EDM type individual who wears a mask, you can always take off your mask and be normal. Right? Like Daft Punk. Daft Punk is only recognized based on the masks that they both wear. If they were to take off your mask, you would not recognize them at all. You wouldn't know who the fuck they are, right? So that would be great. That's great. I think that's a great thing. I think this is why I think a lot of people was very into the Hannah Montana craze. Because, like, think of it being a celebrity and then taking off the wig. I think that's how it works. She used to wear a blonde wig or some shit, but she had brunette hair. And then she'll go to school normal. Makes sense to me. Yes. No. Yes. No. Yes. No. Maybe, but no, still. Because, like, if we're going to say something like that about Sean Combs, then we should say the same thing about Epstein. Think about it. If you're going to try to give that same sympathy to Sean Combs, you should say that same sympathy to Harvey Weinstein. My bad. Jew names. Like, think of it. Think of it that way. You can't give props to people who do evil things. You can't, like, I understand that there are situations where people are put in conditions where they end up doing evil things because they had no choice. But when you're when you're the one with power, the power dynamic changes once you're in power, so you can't say, you know, I'm doing evil things. No, that's not gonna work here. All right. With that said, I'm gonna end it from here. I was not gonna do any reaction. This is the only reaction. I still don't know if I'm gonna put this as a video because this is not something I would like to talk about or anything I wanted to talk about or even had plans of talking about because, you know, I focus on video game stuff, animation, art, all that great stuff. So, you know, it is what it is. It happens. But I don't know if I'm ever going to do a video like this ever again because I don't like these type of topics because it brings too much, I think, pain and destruction, or it brings very weird sympathizers to the people who done the bad thing, and I don't like those people. I don't like people who bring sympathizing to evil thing to people who does evil things to people blatantly. I don't think that's cool. You're just glorifying the idea that, or fetishizing the idea of someone trying to, it's okay for someone to hurt people. I don't think that's cool. I don't think that's okay. I think you're psychologically lost. You need help. So with that said, I'm jumping out of here, guys. Have a great night. Thank you for coming. For those who like this, please follow. Please follow me on YouTube and Twitch. Just those two things. I don't know if I'm going to be on tomorrow. We'll see. There are a lot of sympathizers. It is crazy. Yeah, so I'll let you guys go. Have a great night. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you for following. Thanks for likes. I don't know if I'm going to be on tomorrow since I don't stream every day like I used to anymore. If I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. So, all right. Have a great night, guys. I'm out. Bye-bye. Do, 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 do.